enough for you just to say, I'm a champion. But you have to have people in your life that are going to push and that are excited about who you are and what you're becoming to make sure that you're not just saying you're a champion, but that you are indeed a champion. And so here it is. Caleb and Joshua had different thoughts and feelings other than what the spies were saying. The 10 spies, they think they could conquer the inhabitants of the land, especially the giants. They said, we're not able to go up against people, for they're stronger than we are. That's what they say. They said, we can't do that. They're stronger than we are. So how is it that you're going to be able to do any of that? We can't. They're too strong. And so here another is Joshua and Caleb on the other hand said, look, I don't care that they're strong. We're going to go up and we're going to possess it. You have to have people in your corner that say, I know it's scary. I know you may not feel like you can quit, but do you know what God has put in you? Do you know what God has said about you? At the end of the day, I don't care what these other people are saying. I don't care how big the enemy is. I'm saying, and we're saying, we're going up to possess it. I need somebody to type in the chat. No matter what, we're going to possess it. And so here it is in Numbers 13 and 30. That's what Joshua and Caleb said. The 10 spies went to go look at the land. They came back, and instead of coming back and encouraging, they discouraged the children of Israel. Caleb and Joshua said, Caleb and Joshua. Caleb and Joshua said, no, but what did God say? How many times have you received the prophecy of your healing? How many times has the word come forth that you were going to be blessed, that things were going to work out for you good, that everything was going to be all right, that you need to be going forth in ministry, or that this was the right time to launch that business, this is the right time to go to school? And instead, you look at the fact, I can't work on that doctorate degree. That's going to be about 5 years. I don't have time to write these papers. What? I barely made it out of high school. What do you mean I'm going to go get a bachelor's? What? I'm not good with math. How am I going to have my own business when it's time to account for my money, my revenues? I'm not going to be able to do it. No. You have to be confident in the word that God has placed on your life. You have to know who you are. And more than knowing who you are, you have to know whose you are. I use my daughter all the time as an example. She's who she is. She's not free without question. But what makes her, God, thank you. What makes her now really is whose she is. She's not. She belongs to Patrick Riddick. And belonging to Patrick Riddick means a whole lot in her life now and in the future, because having that kind of name and that kind of backing, who you belong to, says a whole lot about where you're going and the potential that you have. Why are you fearful when you belong to God? When you say, God, you're my Lord and you're my Savior, you're saying, as my Lord, I've now made you my ruler. Amen. And if he's your ruler, that means he's concerned. That means he's in charge. Right. That means he handles everything concerning you. Know who you are and know whose you are. I'm a child of him. I serve a risen Savior. He's God Almighty. Cattle upon 1,000 hills he is. He's got, it said, he's got the whole world in his hand, child. That couple was on 3 years ago. He's got the whole world in his hand. What if I dread? What if I fear? I'm just leaning on his everlasting arms. I have blessed peace because my Lord is so near while leaning on the everlasting arm. The two different perspectives, here it is, they stem from the men's self-concept. We talk about knowing who you are. We now have to consider your self-concept. What is the concept of yourself? I know I have people that have personally been in my life that, we have mislabeled what is arrogant and what is not. And so we tend to call people arrogant that are completely confident or aware in their self-worth. That's not arrogance. That's simply confidence. Sometimes if you try to belittle it, or if you try, or someone tries to make you seem small, and you let them know, no, I know very well who I am. I know what God said. I know what I want to be. I know how I'm going to be, and I'm going to be. Then they say, oh, you got it. And typically what happens is that's placed on you because you're dealing with people that don't know who they are. You know, in society, we got this thing where we love to praise and we love to support as long as you're not doing better than what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yep. Bad.
Very sad. And you don't need people in your life. You need people that say, you know what? Even if you're doing way better than I am and doing what I'm doing, I'm happy that somebody I know is winning. Right. And if you're winning, then I got sense to know that we serve the same God, and your win is eventually going to be a win for me.
Amen.
Yes.
So, what is your self-concept? Is it positive or is it negative? How do you view yourself? They knew who they were. Joshua and Caleb knew who they were. They were like, what? Man, we've already gone through all this time. We were slaves in Egypt. We built the pyramids and we going through all this and going through that. And the Lord has now put a highway in the middle of the Red Sea and drowned our enemies. And you telling us we can't inhabit this promise and we can't possess this promise because the people are too big. After all that God just did for us back there, oh, you forgot who we are. You forgot what God said about you. You forgot that God said you're chosen, that you're blessed and you're special. You forgot that God promised to do these things. You forgot that God promised not only to take us out of slavery, but he also promised to put you in a place. See, I'm of the mindset that it's not just enough for God to deliver me. No, I believe that he's a God that will deliver me, but then also in his deliverance, which is to take me out of something. Right. He's also now going to put me in something else that will keep me from falling back into this. If I'm asking God to deliver me out of this horrible neighborhood, that there's shootings and there's murders right outside my door, he can deliver me and take me out. Right. Yeah. That's fine. But what I'm most concerned is after he delivers me, where is he taking me? Yeah. I don't serve a God that will deliver me out of one horrible situation. God, thank you. And then put me into another, the old team and swap with the witch for the devil. You ain't never heard that? And swap the witch for the devil. That means you went from one bad situation to no. If God is going to go through what he's going to go through to remove and deliver you, he's delivering you with a purpose. Deliverance comes with a purpose. He ain't ready to delivering just to deliver. He's delivering because he already had a plan for you to never be there in the first place.
Talk about it.
The children of Israel out of Egypt because he never purposed for them to be there. He said, I'm coming to deliver you because I've always had a plan to in this place and to call you blessed for all your days. And even to this day, you can't touch Israel. It's the same descendants. It was his promise. And so they're saying, we know who we are. Mm-hmm. Our God has been with us this far. We're going to go and we're going to possess it. Amen. We're going to possess it. I remember when I was young, and I had to be in ninth grade. Eighth or ninth grade, probably ninth grade, I want to say. And by now, we still living in Portsmouth, but my best friend Rudy had now moved to Norfolk, and I was in Portsmouth, and I was hanging out in Norfolk every weekend I could go there. And Norfolk had a little bit of a different way. Portsmouth was very good and very good.
My Lord.
Norfolk was good, but Norfolk was the beat. Norfolk was the place to be. That's where all the fun stuff was. That's where all the parties was. We had Military Mall, which was the mall to shop at for black folk. We got the best sneakers and jewelry and jeans and merry-go-round and jeans, etc. And all the Harold Pinner and all that kind of stuff. That was the place to be. And in Portsmouth, they were still wearing parkas, or we call them starter coats. So you had the starter brand coat, the Los Angeles Raiders, San Francisco 49ers, Eagles, Cowboys, whoever, and we were wearing that. But when we started hanging out in Norfolk, and when he moved to Norfolk, he said, man, you're not going to put a team out there. They wearing leather. Oh, they wearing leather? Yeah. So you would go to the basketball games and stuff, and instead of the starter coats like we were wearing in Portsmouth and Norfolk, them boys and them chicks, they was wearing leather jackets. And don't get the one with the shingles on it.
Please don't.
My gosh. That was something. So, here it is. I'm hanging out. I'm working and doing what I can do. And I save up and I bought me my first leather jacket. I kept the jacket. I have the jacket to this day. In the closet. I bought it. From ninth grade. I still have it. Now, of course, we wore it extra big. So I think it was like larger explosion. In the 90s, you wore everything big.
Right, yeah.
So I can probably wear that and fit me just right. So I buy this other jacket. And it gets cold and Portsmouth. Mind you, I'm pretty much there by myself. And boys and Portsmouth got jealous. Boys and Portsmouth got jealous. And they took my jacket. Now, I knew I was going to get it back, but I couldn't go through it without my crew. Because without my crew, I was going to be up against a lot. They knew who I was. They knew I could fight. But I couldn't handle them by myself because this is the 90s. And I also couldn't handle that. So I had to wait. So I took my jacket. We'll get it back when you work on it. Cool. I called everybody and said, oh yeah, by the weekend, we're going to have it. My sister, who's younger than I'm in ninth grade, she's in seventh grade, or sixth grade. I can't remember. I just know I'm 2.5 years.
Look, count back.
I'm going to say this all right. Yeah, 2 grades below. When I was in 3rd grade, I remember she was in kindergarten. Or getting ready. Something. So we're gonna say she was in 7th grade. And she comes home, her bus comes out of my shift, like, where was the coat? I'm like, man, they took that joint, they took my coat, and she was like, bump that. She didn't say bump that.
Yeah.
She said, we're gonna get it. My sister's a fighter too.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, no, Bree, I'm not gonna fool with it. I'm not. My young sister is walking down the street like Sophia on Color Purple. I mean, she's marching. I mean, she's like this. And I'm like, no, Bree, we're gonna wait till the weekend. Rudy and Joe and all them, we about to come, we're gonna burn these jokers, and it's about to be on and popping. And I'm like, jacket. She said, no, because mama at work, when she come home from work, she don't want no real jacket. I said all that to say, Brianna did not care about what we were against. She didn't care about the size of the opposition, the number of the opposition. Wow. She didn't care about the possibility of her getting beat up along with me. She didn't care about the possibility of us getting shot. She said, you need to come on. And me and you. Joshua and Caleb in this text was like my sister and myself. I know what's over there. I know they're bigger. I know by natural standards, you ain't good for this. You're not set up for this. But do they really know who we are? I said, for real. I said, I don't care how many they know who we are. Our whole family, we don't do nothing but fight. We going over there and we gonna get it. And if they got a system go around the corner, bring the doorbell.
But Lord be with us.
And the crew was not there.
Oh, look at that.
There was only one. He opens that door,
Mm.
and while he snatched, she snatched him. She pulled him out the door. We went around. She goes up in the house, and she comes back out with my dad.
Wow.
And we walk off. How many of you have missed your promise?
Oh my God.
Because you were insecure and uncertain about what God put in you. And you didn't feel like you could face the opposition.
Help us, Pastor.
I gotta move on.
He's talking good.
In the text, Caleb and Josh saw themselves as grasshoppers. And I come to let you know that for real, if you're going to overcome any part of the discouragement, you gotta have a positive self-concept. She said, why did you say grasshopper? I ain't ever seen a cricket. Now crickets, they can jump. But they can only jump so high. They make a lot of noise. Do you know this grasshoppers don't make any noise? A cricket hears itself, and you see it try to catch it, and sometimes they're fast, and it's hard to catch it. But typically, if you keep your eye on it good, you can say, and you get your hand on it. But a grasshopper, the one is quiet, you don't see him like it. And when you get near it, it don't make a noise, all you see is that thing. And I mean, a grasshopper right now can jump as high as this hill. Caleb and Josh was like, some stuff we ain't even got to fight. God just told us to go possess it. See, this is the other part. This is why we miss it. And I hope y'all catch this around. This is why we miss our blessing and our destiny. Because we're so busy getting in our mind that we got to go fight. When God said you never have to go fight, I just told you to go possess it.
Help us.
You got to be like the grasshopper. Grasshopper ain't in the nose. It ain't struggling with you. Wherever it wants to go, it's in the house. If there's a wall, the grasshopper is going over the wall. However it's going to get there, it's going over you. You have to be determined in your mind, we're not even going to have words because I'm just literally going to be over you. God said he had words. He told me to possess it. You got to know who you are. You got to know whose you are. You have to know who you are in Christ. You got to know that you're overcoming. And this is the part I like. You have to know that you are more than a conqueror. There was a song Bishop Walker had. He said, I'm not a conqueror. Don't call me a conqueror. I'm not a conqueror because I'm more than a conqueror. Whatever conqueror is, I'm greater than that. How can you be defeated if you're more than a conqueror? Here's one fact. Anybody can conquer something and barely have won the battle. If you've ever been in a fight, you've been in a tussle, your nose might be bleeding, your eye might be black. Beyonce, when his matches, people going his outfield, I thought it didn't last. I mean, he got the brakes beat off him, but he still wouldn't fight. He was a conqueror. God said, you're more than a conqueror, which is, I'm going to cause you to win this unscathed. I'm going to cause you to win this without a bruise, without a swollen eye, without missing any teeth, without even sweat. It's a sweatless possession, a sweatless victory. Somebody type sweatless in the chat. And so overcomers can overcome anything. And they can certainly overcome the enemy or the wicked. They can overcome demons and evil spirits. In our text, the Apostle John said in his epistle, ye are God, ye are of God, little children, and have overcome them. If you can overcome demons and devils, You can overcome anything or anyone else that may come against you. What do you feel, Lord? But in order to do it, you got to see yourself doing it. You must see yourself as a winner and not a loser. You got to see yourself as an overcomer. Here it is. We learned the lesson is the last month about manifestation. I told you the young man at 14 years old said, I now understand what you were talking about, baby, Pastor Pat. Because when I thought I was going to lose the race, I ran track. When I thought I couldn't win, I was about to give up. While I was running, I just closed my eyes and I began to see myself winning the race. And he said, when I realized anything, I had caught back up and passed everybody, and I won the race. See, faith is great, but you got to have the kind of faith that sees it when there's nothing to see. You have to see it when there's actually nothing to see. Pastor Pat, you understand, man. I got 4 bills and I have income, and I understand. Been there, done that, and if I'm not careful, that can easily happen again. You just don't know what happened with this. But you have to see yourself as being able to pay your bills. I may not have it, but my bills paid. I know I may not have it now, but my account is full. I see it. I see it. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be a good steward, and that's why it's going to be able to happen. You got to change your perspective. It's our perspective that messes us up. You got to change the way you see yourself. You got to see yourself as the way God sees you. My biggest issue is this. We see ourselves the way our enemies see us.
Help us.
Yep. We see ourselves the way people see us. And here's the truth. A jealous person ain't gonna never see you as a winner. A jealous person will never view you as a conqueror. A person that ain't got no oil on their life, don't spend no time in prayer with God, don't know God at all, ain't called to them, will never see you as being anointed. I saw somebody who posted there on Facebook, and they were talking about one-sided relationships. And it was like, these one-sided relationships, we fool ourselves and thinking and working, and really it's just us forcing them to work.
Yeah.
And in that case, if you're forcing it, are they really working? And I saw that thing and I said, you know what? It's the one-sided relationship for me.
Yeah.
I am so through with that I will be happily single and remain there before I allow myself to be in anything that's one-sided. In one-sided relationships, you can be in a relationship with somebody and you're banking on this person to be your biggest supporter. The person that cheers you on the most, the person that pushes you. And you find that when you say there's something that you need to do, they're the very one that discourages you. A lot of you are watching, I'll keep this stat. You want to go deeper in God. But you're dating somebody, they understand what you mean when you say deeper in God. But they keep sucking you in to do things that pull you away from God. See, some people, they say, oh, well, they just being human, that's what they just doing what grown folks do. No, what it says is, I don't respect God in you, and I don't even really believe that you're called for what you're doing. I don't even think there's a grown people in their life. So therefore, I'm not trying to preserve. I'm not trying to push. I'm not trying to pray. I'm not trying to encourage you not to partake of things that may pull you with God. I'm just trying to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. Forgetting, and I care less that if you don't answer the call of God, it's jeopardizing your life because I'm just trying to do what I'm trying to do. That's one side of this.
Yeah. Help us.
I've been in times where I was fighting for my life, trying to do certain things, trying to accomplish certain things. And people that were closest to me were my biggest opposition. It wasn't even the so-called enemies in the street.
Yes.
It wasn't the people that, we always, I hate this. I get so tired of preachers that I'm always preaching about telling your haters, who cares about me? Who cares about haters when you got sometimes people right in your house that are sabotaging and working to block you? I could care less about anybody in the street that don't like me. I'm too busy trying to avoid these friends.
Talk about it.
People that don't push you. People that don't want you to succeed. Really? You know, I had a person that was supposed to be really close to me. Anybody that's known me, even as a little child, when I didn't even realize it, and even when I began to recognize it in my teens, as a child, they were always calling me little preacher. When I think back over that boat as a little kid, all I did in the house was play church. That's all I did. I was a preacher and a minister of music. I was doing that. Don't tell me that when I tell you I'm pastor, I'm giving it off your ministry. You sure it's God? Don't call me too, but I'm watching you flip over chairs and push somebody else that you don't know. But you're supposed to be close to me, you say, I'm sure of that. So you really don't know. And if you have no spiritual sight at all, because if you can see anything, you can see. If that's already what I have been doing for 23 years. Wow. It's blessed.
Absolutely.
Watch people. My baby, all this girl wants to give me these things. Every time she gets married, she got this little pop thing. Change the sense. She sings. She's able. I can see that whatever she does, she's gonna go to college and she's very well in chemistry. But one person, you really don't put the work right inside this. It's so hard because people don't really understand why we need insurance. Put your eggs in that basket. I can imagine. It's like anything that you want to do for yourself that's going to be positive, you're really discouraged. You can say, you know what? If I don't stop smoking these 3 packs of cigarettes, I'm going to like right? You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to battle down positivity. Girl, man, if you want to smoke your cigarette, only God can judge you. Nobody's even talking about that this point, God judging me. I'm talking about the fact that I'm trying to live. And if you love me, before we even get to the point of salvation in God, you should say, you know, if for nothing else, Pat, you're right. Put them cigarettes away. I want you to be here another 30 years. We got some more living trips to take, last time. But for whatever reason, we don't have many people around us that are motivated. And so then they're going to call you crazy when you put up barriers and boundaries and say, you know what, I'm good on you. That's like saying, you don't really know what you want to feel like. No, I absolutely do. Because what I do know is that you're no good. Because everything I try to do, you try to pull me backwards. Everything I try to do, you talk me out of it. You have to know who you are. Stop looking at yourself in the same manner that others look at you. They're never going to see you as anointed. They're never going to see you as powerful. I got people right now, and I say this humbly, and I don't even really think I really have gotten to the place in my preaching where I'm all that I am. Because I want to be as great a preacher as I am as choir. Amen. And so, but I will say, humbly, my soul is boast in the Lord, that there are a lot of people that have a lot to say about me that can't even preach as good as I do. because they decided that they want to keep me in a box, and all I will ever be to them is quiet.
Yeah. Wow.
They only see me as a show, as an entertainment. And so a lot of times you have to be careful. The enemy will talk to your mind and have you think, well, the reason people ain't supporting me, the reason people aren't getting with me is because maybe it was something I did in my past. You know, people just don't like me or maybe I'm not called. No, a lot of times people won't get with you because they actually do see that you belong there. They just don't want you there because, once again, it's better than what they're doing. Or either they really want to be able to do it and they cannot. The very person that people are trying to keep in a box as a choir director, I'll have you know, 25 years ago, they said I was not a good choir director.
What? Huh?
20-some years ago, right in New Jerusalem Church of God in Christ, I was told that I was not a good choir director. I did not need to be directing no choir. I need to go and stand somewhere. And there was a couple of some still around it right now and love me to death and get mad if I don't come home to do a song with the choir now. They won't even accept anybody who's directing the choir. Some of these very people that said they would tell Bishop, he was elderly, you don't want passion directing the choir. They told me that. So you can imagine if somebody gonna tell me that I'm not good at directing choirs, and now they're trying to say maybe I need to reconsider pastor preaching. Do y'all see people getting crazy? Think of yourself and view yourself the way God sees you. Don't let people define you. You let people define you. Sometimes people will define you by the way you see. I had a girl tell me, in that little situation, and I was able to shoot. I was just saying, at the end of the day, we would have to cut off people and leave them out of the events on campus. Because when they have events, you got people that come off the streets that ain't never been to college, ain't trying to go to college, they're trying to see what they're trying to see. And you can look at them and tell they all trouble. It's a whole college event. And you come up there with a whole pound of weeds. You don't even know what's going on. You get in there and get in fighting and all that kind of stuff. That's profiling. It absolutely is. Yeah. Whether you say it or not, we profile every day. Yeah. You profile a store. That store might have got that good. I ain't going there. You profile if you want to get some feather fin. If it's a Friday night and it's a little too busy, no, it's a little too dark. I better not go in there. Like some coupons in there. I don't want to get robbed. That's profile. You profile me, see something. Ooh, she cute. Ooh, yes. You go my number, what's up? That's profile. You can profile on the job interview. That's why you go dressed up looking right, because they're profiling you. You can't allow people, however, to profile you and make you feel like you can't possess what God told you to possess. See yourself the way God sees you. They can call you names, but you don't repeat it and you don't answer. If they call you a loser, you say, yeah, you may be saying I'm a loser, but God said I'm a loser. You gotta be like, see, I may be black, I may be ugly, but dear God, I'm here. That's how you have to be. You guys know you're victorious and that you're an overcomer. Know who you are. In my last couple of years, I've just not been allowing people to treat me any kind of way. I know I am. I work hard to get where I got and do what I do and be who I am. If you want me, you're going to pay me to come. Amen.
you were?
Yeah, but you from VA, and that's fine. Everybody's got to be from somewhere. I got to live from somewhere. I don't care that you're in Newport News and if you want me to come, you're going to pay what my man just said you need to pay. I live somewhere. If I was not all that, you would be calling me initially.
Yes, that's hard.
We have to handle people accordingly. You yourself and define yourself the way God sees you, and not these people know who you are. Listen, I enjoy this time. We want you to meet us here next Tuesday. I was just telling the saints, I said, y'all, I'm spoiled. I spoiled myself because I've been able to do it for a year and some change in the comfort of my home right at my table. We have to come in person so we can get the people out to Bible study. Because Bible study is really where you grow. Bible study is really where you learn. Sunday morning is more so for the saints. For the saints, we come to Bible study because we're studying and looking deeper to what we believe. This is how we're sharpened. This is how we're polished. This is how we're refined. So every Tuesday, we'll be right here at 6:30 for prayer. 6:45 Bible study begins. And at 7:30, it will be all over. So join us next week right here at 2322 Maltby Avenue. I want to challenge anybody that's viewing, those that are here, Sanctuary tonight, to sow a special seed. It's giving time. If you want to do it by Cash App, you do $. Liberation Fellowship or Giveify. Liberation Fellowship Church. Whatever it is, y'all go do it. I say put a 7 on it. Somebody type in the chat, put a 7 on it. Whatever your seed that you sow tonight, put a 7 on it. Be it 70 cents, $7, $17, $70, 27, 37, 107, 1,007. Whatever it is, 1,000,007. Put a 7 on it in Jesus' name. Lord, we thank you. We bless you for your goodness and for your mercy. God, we thank you for this word that has come forth to encourage us and to let us know that because you are, we are. And because you did it, we can do it too. God, we ask that you will forgive us for not trusting your plan and believing in how you see us and leaning to what others view us and how and what they say about us. But today, God, we acknowledge and we accept the fact that we are amazing, that we're awesome, that we're powerful, that we're anointed, and that we are more than conquerors. We're overcomers. We're victorious, and most of all, we are possessors. And so now, Lord, give us another try. If we miss the mark, God, give us another try. Extend your grace and your mercy. And this time, when you tell us to go possess it, we'll go forth. We're going to lean to our own understanding, but in all our ways, we're going to acknowledge you because you will direct our paths. And Lord, if there's someone that's watching this evening, oh God, that does not know you in the pardon of their sins, our prayer is that, Lord, we are sinners. We believe that you died on the cross for our sins and that you rose. And because of what you've done, you've now given us the ability to experience eternal life. We now accept you as our personal Lord and Savior. And it's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. I've enjoyed this time. I look to see you next week right here in person at 2322 Maltby Avenue in the city of Norfolk, Virginia. And as always, I am liberated. God bless you.